Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Emerald Theta Nuzlocke. After the last episode, we really need to have a good episode today. Probably just jinxed myself.
Jesus, we're going in hard! Strap in!
Well, you may remember that last episode we lost one of our best stars, Tokiyami the Pelipper. So we have to pick the replacement, and I went with Slayer the Gloom because it's a shiny, and how could I not?
Magic keys make Ugal better.
So with Fly finally in hand, I gave this to our Skybound Terra Noxus so we can go Lupin Louie all over the place. Our first port of call was Malville City, where we got the Leaf Stone to evolve Slayer into their final shiny form, Vileplume, which looks pretty damn awesome. Well, with that out of the way, on the road to Mount Pyre, I came across a Drowsy. No complaints here, I love Drowsy, and my Hypno in my second Nuzlocke, Festa, was an absolute beast. And I named this dick-nosed freak Maximilian for Sam Ashfield, which is apparently his cat's name. But all I care about is being able to use Maximilian Pegasus clips.
Ooh, Kaiba boy. What are you, gay? Yeah.
Then when I was sailing the seas next to Mount Pyre, I caught a Liloma Mola, which is kind of like a love disc that doesn't absolutely suck. And I named this Pokemon after Diana because I'm very inclusive.
Just because I fall out with every woman that I work with doesn't mean I don't love working with women.
Then inside of Mount Pyre we got a Duskol, which is a ghost skullboy, and he's alright I guess. And I named this little git after Susan, who gives me a lot of luck on my live streams. Cheers! And before heading to the top of Mount Pyre, I did a little stop off on Route 123 to catch a Beedrill. Can't complain about this Pokemon evolves from the almighty Bidoof. And I named this Pokemon after my friend and fellow YouTuber, the Honest Pokemon Trainer, because he gives me the biggest clue you've ever seen.
Yeah, this is totally giving me a clue right now.
So we scale Mount Pyre and give Team Aqua a good beating, and they bugger off with the orb they needed in hand. And then we finally enter Lily Cove City, where we easily beat May. But after this I took a little detour, because someone in the comments going by Benevolent Saviour Gil told me that you can get the item for Mega Beedrill in the abandoned ship near Dewford. And don't worry Gil, I'll give you a Pokemon in the next video because you definitely deserve it. So in the bowels of this old ship, after a bit of searching, we managed to find the item that will give us Mega Beedrill. I'm so happy right now!
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
And after ages of me not getting how to use the item, I saw that you have to go get a Mega Ring from your mum. Then I was allowed to see the most beautiful moment of my life, Bongzilla attaining his perfect final form. His power level must be immense.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
And I of course had Mega Beedrill kill a Caterpie as his first order of business, christening this new form in Caterpie's heathen blood. Okay guys, there's no way in hell Bongzilla isn't surviving this run. He will lead this team to ultimate glory. With my erection still throbbing, we headed over to Mount Chimney to go deal with its Team Magma infestation. And in this mountain we came across a Torkoal, which is a Pokemon I really like, but it kinda sucks that it doesn't evolve. And I named this Fire Turtle after 2-0 Sage, who wanted a water type. But you know, at this point, you know that I'm evil.
Hello, but I'm not sorry.
With this cave cleared out, we get up to the Team Magma leader and we make Groudon bugger off.
Bye.
And then we absolutely curb stomp Maxie with the overwhelming might of our Lord and Saviour Mega Beedrill. Next we headed over to Slateport to witness Team Aqua stealing their submarine from poor Captain Stern. We can then finally head back to their hideout in Lily Cove, and with the might of Bongzilla and Noxus, this is a doddle. However, there is some mild puzzling in this hideout, and you lot know how I feel about puzzles.
Oh, me. I hate that.
And after this we did a little bit of sea fishing and we caught a clam pearl. It's a pearl in a shell, yay! And I named this clam pearl Mon Mon for Max Caulfield, and I think it's a Doctor Who reference that I don't get. I mean, I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd.
Get off that game and do some homework.
Then a little bit further out in the waters we managed to catch a Mantike. Mantike and its evolutions are okay I guess. And I named this Pokemon after Run on Caffeine because I called them brother and they weren't a brother.
Cringe. There's no other word for it. This makes me cringe. It's embarrassing.
After a bit of surfing, we find ourselves in Moss Deep City, home of the twin gym leaders that have given me trouble in the past. And I particularly hate this gym because it's got more bloody puzzles in it.
Let me in! Let me in!
Well, after a little bit of level grinding and puzzle solving, it's time to take on the Psychic Duo. To start us off, they sent in a Solrock and a Lunatone, and I sent in our unstoppable team of Bongzilla and Noxus. And we attack first with Noxus using his deadly rending Dragon Claw that manages to kill the Lunatone in one shot. Bongzilla sadly doesn't match Noxus with a one-hit kill, but he does do a decent amount of damage with a Brick Break. And the lone Solrock hits back with a Heat Wave that barely hurts Noxus and misses Bongzilla altogether. The twins then sent in a Slowking to replace the fallen Lunatone. Then Bongzilla hits the Slowking with his mighty Mega Horn, killing the Git before he can do anything. And then Noxus attacks the remaining Solrock with his powerful Dragon Claws, this time resulting in its death. They then send out a Bronzong and a Gardevoir to replace the set of Pokemon our top lads killed. And in a completely unsurprising turn of events, Bongzilla completely murders the Gardevoir with a Mega Horn. Noxus then again uses his Dragon Claws on the remaining Bronzong, which doesn't do too much damage. And the Bronzong boldly goes after our Bug King, doing a lot of damage in the process, which he will pay for. The last Pokemon the pair have is a Gallade, who Bongzilla completely destroys with a single poison jab. And Noxus kills the Bronzong that injured his benevolent bug leader with a single crunch, winning us the battle. Well, that just goes to show how powerful Mega Beedrill and Salamence really are.
Power! Unlimited power cables!
After this triumph, I go over to the Space Center where I take on 3 guys at once.
That was oddly sexual.
And we then beat up Maxie so bad that his frontal cortex starts to function like a normal human being again. Then we go get our second water HM that I give to Laser Knight, who's been our useful HM slave. You didn't get in the squad, but you're still important. We then go diving under the sea where we find a cabin which has more puzzles in it waiting for us.
Why are you crying?
And in the depths of the sea we caught a Shieldon. I could really take or leave this Pokemon. And I named this Pokemon Mose for artifacts because he said he'd have a sleeper cell overthrow my channel.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
And after that I puzzled my way through this cavern with all the grace and style of a lobotomized man. We then take on Archie, who could not stand up to the might of the king of all bugs, Mega Bongzilla. And we wake up the sleeping Kyogre.
It's gonna rain!
Then the Magma and Aqua boys have a little scuffle like it was something from a terrible soap opera. And we then get outside and the two realise they're idiots, and they prove this further by letting a 9-year-old sort out their problems. We stroll on by 2 gods having a battle, as you do. Then Steven takes us to the Cave of Origin. And I'm proud of myself because I navigated this whole place without using flash like the total pimp that I am. And deep in the cave, away from any help, we come across this strange looking man.
Hold on! I dropped my pen!
Before we leave, we also caught a unknown, which is completely useless, but we better catch it. And I named this Pokemon AD for Cole Asher after his daughter, and he says he'll put a Wurmple in her crib if I name one after her, or a Caterpie if I don't. Well, you better put a Weedle in there now, damn it!
You are Adolf Hitler.
And before we go visit Rayquaza, I went underwater to catch a Lantern. I quite like Lantern's design actually, and I named this Pokemon Penguin after Penguin Producers, who says, I'm a penguin, so I sud get in. Have a great day, whoever is reeling this.
Whoa! That's interesting, but I sure don't care.
So we go to the Sky Pillar where we managed to catch a Mawile, which is a design I think kinda looks lame, but each to their own I guess. And I named this Mawile after Gaming Night, who wanted a Pokemon on the Victory Road. This is close enough I guess.
I am very disappointed!
We are now at the summit of the Sky Pillar and Rayquaza lays before us and we wake him up.
Hasta la vista, baby.
And then Papa Godsnake turns up to stop the 2 younglings from destroying the world as we know it.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
With the world-ending crisis solved by us, a 9-year-old, we can finally head into the last gym of this Nuzlocke series. Well, there's a puzzle in here, but surprisingly this is the only puzzle in the game I remember and have 0 trouble with. Well, this is it, the last gym battle, and this is all I have to say to Juan.
Look at my butt! Woo!
Juan starts off proceedings by sending out a Gorbis, and I unsurprisingly sent out the Bug King. And after Bongzilla does his Mega Transformation, he takes out the Gorbis with a single poison jab. And I'll save you some time, it went Mega Horn, dead. Mega Horn, dead. Drill Run, dead. Mega Horn, dead. And finally, critical poison jab, dead. All this while being at a level 69.
Nice.
Well, that's it, we have the final gym badge, so all that's left to do is put the 3rd Water HM on poor Laser Knight and scale the waterfall that leads to Evergrande City. Since we are here at the final summit, you know what time it is. Cue the music. If you want to get out of this,
Train hard! Train hard!
It's not finished.